Hold on. Hold on, let me play a little bit here for a second. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah. Yes. That's awesome.
Nice.
Okay, I'm going to give you the host now. Make me co-host. We can moderate this chat as well.
Thank you, Lester.
No problem. Okay, I think we're all set.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. Hi, my friends. It's so fun to see everyone. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay, people are still popping on. Stretch and de-stress on this beautiful, fabulous Friday. Make sure you have your water. Even coming to your mat for meditation or yin yoga, always have your water when you come to your mat. All right. Right, drinking half of our body weight in ounces of water a day. Isn't that amazing? Kind of a little helpful tip, right? Susan, are you trying to say something to me? Okay. Can everybody hear me? Okay, good. All right. All right, my friends, I will share my screen. Fabulous Friday. Stretch and de-stress. Oh, we love this class, don't we? This class focuses on mindful breathing, which every yoga class does, and every moment of our life should. We should mindfully breathe throughout the day, no matter if we're on the mat or not. But in this class, we really just kind of just bask in our breath along with the movement. This class, we elongate the muscle fibers, decreasing muscle tension, creating flexibility and mobility, not only in our muscle fibers, but in our joints too, right? Like just opening up, releasing, it decreases stress and anxiety. It's a meditative class in the sense that we really do, we hold the poses for at least 30 seconds, right? Because it takes 30 seconds for the muscles for the stretch to actually have its full benefit. So it becomes a very meditative class. So it's very relaxing and enjoyable and lovely. I'm Christina, your guide for the day. I'm from Long Beach, California. I'm from the East Coast. All my bio is right here. As most of you know who practice with me on a regular basis, but for everybody who's new, I have always been into health and wellness. I have always been on a journey of self-realization, trying to always feel whole and content and fulfilled, and I've been exploring my whole life, having experiences that bring me to that place of self, right? So I know who I am and can live the most authentic life possible in this human form. So I found yoga to be the most beautiful avenue to explore that journey. And I'm so happy to be on this journey with all of you. So thank you so much. It's called a yoga practice because we're all here together practicing this beautiful yoga experience. So I'm glad you're here. At Get Set Up, we learn from each other. It's such an amazing platform. Having your cameras on really does help me get a pulse of the class and know if I need to make different modifications or different cues to keep your body safe. If you don't feel comfortable having your camera on, no worries. Just please, 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 in the chat box, You can put if there's an issue, or like something, like if I'm making modifications, and I try to give multiple modifications for each thing we do. But if I'm not giving a modification that works for your body, please put it in the chat box. And if Lester and we have Lester here. Everybody say hi, Lester. Lester is our Get Set Up TA. We are so lucky here that Get Set Up provides all of us so much support, so we can all, the guides, the learners, which I think the guides are we are learners as well. So much support so that we can all have a wonderful experience together. So grateful for Get Set Up. But if Lester and I aren't seeing your chat in a timely manner for your body, you may unmute yourself and say, Christina, that doesn't work. Or Christina, I don't understand this. Or Christina, this doesn't feel good here. Christina, is there another, right? Like anything. And don't be shy, because your question could be what 2 or 3 or 4 other learners are also wondering. Another thing about any class you ever take from anyone on any platform in any studio, if the guide or instructor is giving a cue and it doesn't work for your body, please don't do it. Just don't do it. Honor your body. Your body is your ultimate guide, right? Your ultimate teacher, and you need to listen to your body. So please, please, please take that to heart and honor yourself and respect yourself in that way. And if your doctor or your PT has any kind of modifications for you, please let me know and honor that as well. We are live streaming today. So everyone say hi to our live streamers. Hey, live streamers, happy you're here. But next time, register for the class and join us live so we can all be together in this awesome virtual platform. Okay. Sorry. It's so nice to see everyone. Do we have any, before we get on the mats, and it's stretch and de-stress, but I just want to make sure, do we have anyone here who is nursing an injury, who came out of surgery, who has some issues that they're dealing with? Rosemary, I know you, I know where you're at. Although after class, I'd like to hear your progress. Susan, are you, everybody okay? Yes. Okay. What? Susan, remember go ahead.
I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna be careful. You'll see me modifying, not doing everything.
Good. Okay, good. Right. And we had this excellent discussion last week, and I was so grateful. I learned so much from it. Because a lot of us have lived our whole lives doing beyond what we should have done physically, emotionally, psychologically, right? Like we get things done, right? And to be working through an injury or working towards a goal, that's all great. But we don't have to get to the point where we feel pain, right? We can challenge ourselves. We can be motivated, but in the same breath, we can honor our bodies and say, oh, that doesn't feel good for my body today. I can feel that that's not in my best interest, and then back off, right? That makes sense to everybody. Okay. So anybody else have any other issues they want to talk about with their bodies? Okay. Rosemary, are you good? Are we going to share something? Okay. You're muted, honey. You're muted. Yeah, that's okay. It's good.
Yeah, it's a shoulder, but I'm going to modify as well. I always do.
Okay.
It's hard not to be in pain. That's the trouble. Anything I do causes pain. So I'm trying to feel that range of motion.
But you're under a doctor's care, right? For that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you know where you can go and where you cannot go.
Yeah. He says the next step is a total reverse. So he says, do it until you can't stand it anymore, and then we'll do the reverse surgery. And I'm like, okay. That's what I'm trying to avoid.
Okay, so you're just going to be very, very gentle with yourself.
Yeah.
And we're going to say a prayer that you can reverse it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to put you on mute and we're going to start standing. I know it's stretch and de-stress, but we're going to start standing. Always something new. I never want you to get bored with me. And for everybody brand new, welcome. Welcome to Fabulous Friday. Welcome to Stretch and De-Stress. Find our mountain pose. Pivot onto the ball of one foot by lifting the heel and then shifting that heel into the arch of the other foot. That's hip distance. And just close your eyes and right away, let's just stand tall. Roll those shoulders back and down. Have the palms forward, if that feels good for you. Bring your tailbone. Oftentimes we overarch the lower back, right? I don't know about you, but I do. So we want to bring that tailbone towards the mat. Bring the navel in towards the spine. Get some nice core engagement. Rolling the shoulders back and down. So it's like the shoulder blades are trying to come together and then they're reaching down towards your hips. That's the sensation. And all the while you keep your core engaged so you don't overarch in the back. Your palms are forward, reach those fingertips towards the earth, and then do a double chin back so the neck is just a little bit more in line with your spine. Take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose and exhale it out the mouth. Ground, your eyes are closed, ground all four corners of your feet into the mat. Oh, I love Tadasana, mountain pose. It brings us into the here and now. It grounds us into the present moment, into our bodies. It connects us, right? Mountains are so powerful and strong. So we tap into that essence of who we are. And just standing here like this, in this amazing, powerful pose. If it's comfortable to close your lips as well as your eyes, you can connect to the Ujjayi breath, nostril breathing. I love this breath. It's a breath that helps us focus on, takes our mind away from the chatter and brings it to our breath, because we are isolating a body part, the nostrils, to inhale and exhale out. And just start consciously breathing deeply, bringing the breath deeper into the body, feeling the expansion of the ribs, of the belly. Feeling the rise and fall of each breath cycle. Each time, each cycle, the beginning of each breath cycle, try to slow it and deepen it down a little bit more, really grounding the four corners of the feet into the earth. On your next inhale, energetically lift the head off the neck. Create that space between the ears and the shoulders. Get the stretch in the neck and the top of the shoulders. And then when you exhale, maintain that length and allow the shoulders to melt back and down a little bit more. Engage those quads. Kind of play with your kneecaps. Maybe you can feel the kneecaps lifting. And all the while, make sure that you have a softness in your legs. So they're not bent, but they're not locked out straight either. So right here, as we just stand tapped into our powerful mountain pose, and we're engaging the quads, and our core is already engaged. In your mind's eye, I want you to isolate and visualize your inner thighs and the lowest part of your core, your pelvic floor. Just get a sense of them, their location. Visualize them, and then sets the intention to activate them, engage those muscles. Like your pelvic floor is like a hammock, right? So we want to keep that strong our whole lives for a whole host of reasons I'm sure you know. So the inner thighs have this special relationship with a hammock, right? That pelvic floor hammock. So we engage the inner thighs, we engage the pelvic floor, we feel the navel drawing in closer to the spine. The waist is shrinking, right? Because our core does really wrap all the way around us. Maybe you can feel the inner thighs engaged, maybe you cannot. That does not mean you aren't activating them. Take notice if your glutes are clenching. And if they are, keep the activation in the quads and the inner thighs and the core and gently release them. And notice that relationship, that maybe that kind of push and pull. Right, just noticing, exploring, and enjoying, right, the process of this exploration. No judgment. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale it out the mouth. Keep the eyes closed and gently sway side to side. Front and back. And then ground into your mountain pose. And we will be in mountain pose for 30 seconds, growing tall, activating every muscle in the body, being in the most powerful mountain pose we know how to be in silence, connected to our deep, slow breath. 30 seconds. Staying just as you are, take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale it out the mouth, gently blink open your eyes. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Exhale, right here, we're gonna keep our mountain pose, twist from the torso. Just open the arms up wide. Getting this nice little twist in the torso, loving on our organs. Inhale, bring the arms up and overhead. Exhale, twist to the left, bring your gaze to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right, bring those arms out wide. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left, expand. Inhale, center. Exhale, prayer hands to heart center. Ooh, just press those palms together. Roll the shoulders down. Breathe in gratitude. Breathe in gratitude for your strength, for your power, for your mountain pose. And right here, let's open up those legs. The toes can be in the corner. We can have a little gentle squat, stretch and de-stress. So here, we're just gonna dip a shoulder into, dip the left shoulder into the right. Come up, engage your core, right? The knees stay still. And just go side to side. Rosemary, take it easy here. Big breaths in, big breaths out. When you're doing this, try to keep your neck in line with your spine. So keep your gaze to the corner of the floor. So don't look up or don't look down because that puts so much pressure on our cervical spine. So Now let's add on. We're going to ground here. And this time, widen your stance just a little bit if you can. And we're going to add. So we're going to straighten the left leg, bend the right knee, pause for a moment. I want to make sure that that right knee isn't beyond your ankle. So it's right above the ankle or it's behind the ankle. If it's beyond the ankle, you need to widen your stance. Open up those knees. So we straighten the left, we bend the right, and we dip that left shoulder in, and we come back to center. We bend the left, straighten the right, dip the right shoulder in. This is now activating the legs, the core, the back, the shoulders, right? Oh, Susan, your dogs are so cute. Is it one dog or two?
He's one huge dog, like a horse. I'm dog sitting my grand dog.
Oh, so sweet. Okay, one more time, each side, one more. All right, let's heel toe back. I just have so much fun doing that. Shake it out. Okay, let's get on the floor we're going to do 3 half sun salutations, and that'll take us on the mat, okay? Hi, it's nice to see you. Thank you for putting on your camera. So happy you're here with us. All right, so we're in mountain pose. We're grounded. Half sun salutations. I'm going to break down the first one, and then we'll move through the next 2 in a slow flow. So from mountain pose, we inhale the arms up and overhead. Exhale, bend those knees, flat back, neck in line with the spine. It's a whole exhale to get to a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Pause here for a moment. So our feet are hip distance. This is a great place to put a block so that your knees don't bow out or in to keep our knees safe. That's a great little tip right there. We're in our half lift. When we come up to our half lift, I want your back flat, your core engaged, the shoulders back and down, just like in mountain pose, but in a half lift. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Bend those knees, arms out to the side. Inhale, rise. The knees are the last to straighten. And exhale, prayer, hands to heart center. Inhale, the arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lifts. Exhale, forward fold. Knees are bent, arms out to the side. Inhale, rise. Exhale, prayer, hands to heart center. Inhale, the arms up and overhead, right? Long breaths, slow breaths. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. This time we're going to exhale. If you have the block between the knees, you can take it back, and we step back right here to come on the knees, and let's come on to our glutes. Okay, we're going to come into Baddha Konasana, our bound angle pose. So if you're on the floor, and it helps to sit on a pillow or a blanket, right? Yoga props don't have to be fancy. We don't have to go out shopping for anything. Although I do always recommend yoga blocks. They're very helpful. So sitting on a pillow or blanket elevates our glutes, takes the pressure off of our hip flexors. And if our knees end up being up here, well, in Baddha Konasana, we're going to move actually. So if you need to sit on something, go ahead. The closer your heels are to the body, the more intense it is. So adjust accordingly. They can be out here, that's fine. And you move the fleshy parts away from the sits bones. Did I say that already? All right, and then let's butterfly. It's springtime, so many butterflies out there. So beautiful. And from here, let's get some grace. Let's get some movement going in our hips. So your palms can be here, or they can be here. We're going to do the flow. So we're sitting up tall, like mountain pose, right? Our neck is in line with the spine. We extend that right leg out. We keep the right kneecap and the right toes reaching towards the ceiling. We are tall. We fold over just to the point before we roll our shoulders and dump our head, we stay flat, right? So we fold and then we lift. We bring our sole back to the sole and we extend the left leg, knee and toes up, and we hinge. And we lift, sole to sole. And then we take the right leg out to a straddle. So that can be here, here, wherever you're at. And we fold center. And we lift, and sole to sole. And we extend that left leg into a straddle, and we fold. And we'll meet here in Baddha Konasana. So I'm not going to say, you need to inhale when you're coming up or exhaling. It doesn't matter, because I don't want anybody getting caught up in their head. Like, oh, am I doing it wrong? Should I be inhaling here? Should I be exhaling here? I don't, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you're doing one of them. Just make sure you're breathing through the whole thing, okay? So we'll sit up and make sure that each time you come up from a hinge, that I'll call it a hinge, that you find your tallness, okay? All right, so have your hands anywhere that's the most comfortable for you. So we'll grow tall. And then extend that right leg. And hinge. Nice and slow, the breath is slow. We lift, sole to sole. Left leg extends. Hinge. Slowly lift, sole to sole. Right leg straddles. Hinge. Lift, sole to sole. Left leg straddles, lifts, tallness and hinge. So try to close your eyes if it's comfortable for you. Right leg forward, hinge, lift, sole to sole. Left leg forward, hinge, lift, sole to sole. Right leg straddles, fold, hinge, sorry, lift, sole to sole. Left leg straddles, hinge, lift, sole to sole. Pause for a moment, close your eyes, grow tall. And take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale it out the mouth. Slowly bring the knees together, hug them in, rock side to side. Notice your back, notice your hips. How do they feel? Extend the legs long and shake them out. How did that feel? Like a thumbs up if that felt good. A thumbs like halfway, yes. Okay, so we're going to do this again because these meditative movements, right? I don't know if anybody has done Tai Chi. It's like a meditative movement. It's a beautiful practice. Qigong, beautiful practice. I love to create like movements, like flows in our yoga practice, especially during these special classes, Stretch and De-Stress, where we are moving and breathing and releasing and elongating and stretching, right? There's so much goodness going on here. So bring the soles of the feet back together. Let's have a little butterfly, tap into that lightness within, right? We've already grounded into the mountain, and now we're going to tap into the lightness of who we are. Pause in stillness, move the fleshy parts away from the sits bones. How was the pace? Was the pace okay for everyone? Yeah, okay. I want it to, and if it's comfortable, close your eyes this time. Every time we lift, I want you to find even more length. Shoulders back and down. Get that core engaged. So we'll grow tall here, shoulders down. Extend that right leg. And then hinge. Nice and slow. We lift so slow. Sole to sole. Left leg extends. Grow tall. Hinge. Inhale, lift. Or I'm sorry, don't worry if you exhale, that's fine. Sole to sole. Right leg straddles. Hinge. Lift. Sole to sole. Left leg straddles. Hinge. Lift. Sole to sole. Right leg extends forward. Hinge. Lift. Sole to sole. Left leg extends forward. Hinge. Lift. One more straddle. Right leg straddles. Hinge forward. Lift. Sole to sole. Left leg straddles. Lift and hinge. And lift. We'll meet with knees in the chest, rocking side to side. Sit up tall, roll the shoulders back and down. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Shake it out right here. All right, so we've covered our hips. Yes, we got a nice little stretch in our torso. Let's come into a twist. So we'll have that left leg extended, bend into that right knee. So here are stages, right? I think we did this yesterday in Yoga for Beginners. We broke this down. So this is the first option, to stay right here. And then eventually we twist and come to each side, we'll do it. But this is the first option, right? Our first pose. I give other options for other stages where everybody's at, right? I'm trying to cover everyone. So this is the first pose of this process. If it's available for your body, you can lift the right foot, place it on the outside of the left thigh, if that's available. We don't have to take it deeper to really get the benefit of this pose. Please know that. That's why I give stages, I give steps. So if it's available, you can stay right here. If it's available, you can bend the left knee and draw the left sole to the outside of your right glute. We're not on the glute, it's outside the glute. So, wow, you guys are so flexible. Okay, so if you're here all the way where I am, you can take the left elbow, hug in the right knee. If you are in here, if you're here, or if you're here, you can have the right palm on the left knee, or if it's available, you can have the elbow on the knee. Just keep the knee tracking the ankle, and the hip, so it's not like wobbly here, okay? All right, so we're hooked, we got that, we're secured in our right knee. We inhale, lift that right arm. Roll the shoulders back and down. Bring the neck in line with the spine and lengthen, right? Grow tall here. And then on your next exhale, twist slowly to the right and place the right palm behind your right glute and sit up tall. So wherever you are, you're sitting up tall, your neck is in line with the spine. Every inhale, you try to create more space between your vertebra, between your organs, opening up your chest, keeping that right shoulder away from your ear, and you lengthen. And if it's available for your back, if you don't have osteoporosis, you can extend and twist a little bit more with each exhale. If you have back issues or osteoporosis, you stay in a gentle twist. Unless your doctor says don't do twists at all. Close your eyes here. Breathing deeply into that torso twist. Feel the belly maybe expanding, pressing against that thigh. Breathe into that torso twist, right? We talk about it all the time. Twists are this amazing way to massage our internal organs, kind of wringing them out, giving them a cleansing. Nice deep breaths. On your next inhale, grow tall. And on your next exhale, slowly come back to center. Sit up tall, roll the shoulders back and down, uncross the legs wherever they are, draw them, extend them long, shake them out. Before we go to the other side, we're gonna work in a staff pose stretch. So we're going to have our legs glued together, our feet glued together, the knees and the toes are up. Move the fleshy parts away from the sits bones and sit up tall. And see how, okay, so Dandasana, super hard pose. I used to hate it. It's not really my favorite now, but I appreciate the benefits. That's why I teach it. So we sit up tall. We roll the shoulders back and down and we bring the neck in line with the spine. Takes a lot of effort, right? I had this one teacher, and I say this a lot, but she did this in a lot of different poses. We have to hold this pose for minutes. So you can already probably feel your quads, right? And the back, keeping the back flat is not easy. Rolling the shoulders down. It's like your whole back is pressed up against the wall. So from here, your palms are on the mat. And if, depending on the length of your arms, if your elbows are bent, make sure they're bending back, right? We want to keep our joints always stacked, supported and protected. So we're here, we're inhaling, let's grow tall. And then let's exhale, walk the fingers forward, coming into a little hinge. Have as much of a bend in those knees as you need. Keep the feet and the legs totally glued together. Do not go any further than you can, like as soon as you feel the shoulders round and the head drop, that's your stopping point. And then gently sway side to side. Gentle. If it's comfortable, if it's not comfortable, don't do it. That's my motto. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. You look amazing, all of you. Nice deep breaths. Where are you feeling this? Close your eyes. Where are you feeling this? Put a bigger bend in your knees if you need to. Right, we worked our hips, we warmed that all up. Now we're releasing the lower back and the hips, right? They have a relationship. So we're kind of marrying them, recognizing their relationship, and having them work together in a release. It's like marriage counseling for our hips and our back. Pause in stillness. Take an inhale, slowly lift yourself up, roll those shoulders back and down and shake it out right here. All right, twist on the other side. Bend into, where were we? Oh, bend into the left knee, sorry. Right? Yeah. Lift the, okay, so option to stay right here. Option to take the foot and place it on the outside of the right thigh. Option to bend the right knee, and bring the right heel to the right glute. So wherever you are, wherever you land in this, one side could feel totally different than the other also. That's okay, just accept it. So wherever you are, secure that left knee, however that looks for you. So you can hold on to it here. You can hug it with the right elbow, and we sit up tall. And we lift the arm overhead. You got it. Roll the shoulders back and down here. Inhale, engage your core, and exhale, twist to the left and plant the left palm behind the left glute. Every inhale, you grow taller. Imagine the space you're creating between each vertebra, between each organ. The organs are getting a nice massage, or wringing out. Keep that left shoulder away from the ear. Keep the neck from jetting forward. I don't know about you, but my head wants to jet forward here. So just keep it back, keep the shoulders down. Every inhale we lengthen, every exhale. If it's appropriate for your body, we twist a little more. Activate that breath, make it active. Pressing that navel into the spine at the bottom of each exhale. Expanding the twist on each inhale. Activating our vagus nerve, calming and soothing and healing. Take a deep inhale through the nose, lengthen. Exhale, slowly come back to center. Uncross the legs, bring them out and just shake them out here. Wave them high to me. It's such a cute visual. And then let's slowly come onto our backs, nice and slow. Once we're down, hug your legs into the chest, squeeze them in. It's like an upside down child's pose. And then if it's available and feels good for your body, rock side to side. Pause in stillness. Let's bring the legs as if they're up against a wall. So they're up, the soles of the feet are reaching towards your ceiling. And then bring your arms up and have your palms facing towards your ceiling. And let's just point the toes and draw the palms towards the body. And then bring the soles and the palms to the ceiling. And keep alternating. Right? Stretching out our ankles and our wrists, building mobility and flexibility in these very vulnerable, powerful joints. Twirl your ankles and your wrists one way. Have as much of a bend in the knees as you need. Breathe deeply. Close your eyes and feel every sensation that's happening. Reverse the circles. Are you snapping and crackling? And then point and flex again. I know we do this a lot. We build heat in these areas because that's when the release happens. That's when the flexibility is being created. Right here, rotate one more time. And if it's too much, you can come out. And reverse the circles. Pause in stillness. Place your palms behind your thighs, behind your hamstrings. Exhale, point those toes and straddle out the legs. So you're in a straddle right here. And then point and flex the ankles here. Feel the difference? Circle one way, circle the other way. And pause in stillness. Relax the ankles, hug those legs in. Let's take an inhale. We exhale, keep the left leg straight, bend the right knee and breathe here. It's similar to how we started, right? When we were standing with our knees bent and going side to side. Just this is a reclined version of that. Take an inhale, let's switch. Straighten the right, bend the left. Breathe into the right inner thigh. Take a deep inhale, switch. And switch. Breathe and switch at your own pace. Nice and slow. Your awareness is on your inner thighs. Making sure the small of your back is connected to the mat. And the next time, the right leg is straight and the left knee is bent, we will meet with both knees in the chest. Take your time getting there. Rock side to side once you're there, if that feels good. So the further you can rock over, like you're almost rocking over to the other side. It kind of gives your side hip and back more of a massage. And pause in stillness, squeezing the legs in right here, squeezing them in. Last Last thing we're doing before we come into our Shavasana. So squeeze, 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 press the lower back into the mat. And then we exhale. We bring the arms out wide with the palms facing up. In Shavasana, you can have your knees bent with your feet walked out mat distance and your knees splayed in to support your lower back. Or you can have the legs extended long with a pillow or a blanket under your knees to support your lower back. So find wherever you're comfortable in your Shavasana. And we're going to press the small of the back into our mat. We're going to tuck the chin, tuck the shoulder blades. Take a deep inhale. Bring your awareness to the shoulders, and on the exhale, let the shoulders release into the mat. Release all the muscles in your face. Soften the brow line. Release the lower jaw. And feel the back of your body getting heavier into the mat. Nothing more to do. Just let go and float into your Shavasana for a few precious moments. Staying just as you are, begin to deepen the breath in your body. You can roll your wrists and your ankles and wiggle your fingers and your toes. Draw the arms overhead, giving yourself a nice big body stretch. Feel that space. And when you're ready, draw one knee into the chest at a time, carefully hugging them both in, and then roll over to the most comfortable side, curled up into a tiny little ball. Breathing deeply here. When you're ready, press into the opposite palm and slowly bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Prayer hands at heart center, slight bow of the forehead in reverence to your practice. Breathing in peace. Exhaling out peace. Health comes from a peace of mind, peace in our hearts, peace in our souls. It comes from laughter and joy and feeling empathy, kindness, and love. Breathe in peace. Breathe it in deeply to every cell of your being, so that everything and anything that isn't peace just organically fades away, so that we can all be the love and light in the world that is our birthright. And may it be so. The divine light within me truly bows and honors to the divine, brilliant light within you. Namaste. We can come together for a communal namaste. And before I share my slides, I'd love to hear how practice was for you. Namaste, my friends.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Stretch out stress, or stretch and de-stress. Did we do it? Mission accomplished?
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Would anyone like to share or have any questions about any poses? What, Loretta? You cut out.
Did I, I know you said one leg, one side is always different than the other, but it seems like my right leg just don't go too farther. It doesn't go, when I bend or try, I can do some things with it, but like when I put my foot over to the other thigh, not a problem. But when I go to sit down, like, it just, I don't know. It doesn't hurt. It just won't go any farther.
Those poses that we do, it's like to kind of like learn our bodies. Like, oh, that's interesting, right? No judgment. Oh, that's interesting. No two sides are the same. And we just keep showing up and keep moving. And maybe whatever's happening in that right hip or leg, after time, it will release. And maybe you'll have a little bit more range. Maybe.
Hopefully.
Yeah. But you're here and you're doing it. So
Yeah, that's a plus.
yeah. No judgment, right?
Right.
This is a no judgment zone. We're here to enjoy the process, the practice, and learn about our bodies, right? Learn where they're at, meet our bodies where they're at, honor them, respect them, and take care of them. That's what we do when we come to the mat. Anybody else want to share? Have any questions?
It's
I'm
Virginia.
so happy. Hi, Virginia.
Yeah, just saying, I've just noticed that over time with the COVID, etc., the tightness that has been creeping in, and some of the exercises are reminding me that used to not be like that. So I am just so thankful. Yeah, thank you.
Our bodies, thank you so much for sharing that, Virginia. That is a common COVID, right? We have become, well, first of all, it's worldwide stress, right? We're under, even if our family hasn't been directly affected, it's a stress. Like, we have been under a lot of a collective consciousness of stress. So we have to acknowledge that. The pandemic being shut down, we've been inside. A lot of us have been deconditioned. That's so common. I hear it all the time. And so not moving, our bodies want to move. When we stop moving our bodies, that's when the body starts to get achy, kind of getting our attention, like, hey, move me. Hey, let's do something, right? The body's meant to move. Right? Like our ancestors, they were hunters and gatherers, right? They were always moving their bodies. There was no TV to watch. There was no, right? They always had to do something to prep the food for the next day, right? Or the village would starve. We are supposed to be, these bodies are supposed to move. So just keep showing up and keep breathing and elongating your muscles. And you don't have to do that on a mat in a class. During the day, you can stand in mountain pose, in the grocery store line, in the bank, wherever you are, right? All those poses are available, right? Standing, how often in your life, I did this forever. Stand like this, doing the dishes, we're standing like this, cooking, whatever. Oh my gosh, so bad for the hip. And just standing, just remembering to stand straight, right? They seem like little things, but they're everything for the body. They make the world of difference for the body. Okay, anybody else have any questions? I could sit and talk to you all day long. I'm so happy to see you, Linda and Pat. Thank you so much for turning on your video. It's nice to see you. You did amazing, all of us. Just an incredible practice today.
I'm kind of new to this, not to yoga, but to the the video thing. So I'm just trying things out. I've been taking yoga for about 2 years. So I'm just trying to figure out a good schedule.
Yeah. Yeah. We have, Get Set Up has amazing guides, fitness guides that offer a range like chair yoga. I teach 12 classes a week, everything from yoga and meditation to what we did today to cardio yoga on Mondays and Wednesdays where we dance. Like on Wednesdays, we started a new tradition. So we just have a lot of fun experiencing and taking care of our bodies. So I'm so happy for you. So happy for you in this journey, and having your camera on just helps create a virtual community, right?
Right.
So thank you. Thank you. And I will share my screen. Whoops, where did it go? There we are. Nope. There we are. Get Set Up loves to hear your experience. You can go to social media. If you're not comfortable on social media, you can email Liz at getsetup.io. And here, just as we were saying, related classes. And then my next classes, I teach a class on Sunday. I teach 3 classes on Mondays and Wednesdays. And I teach. I just love it. So you look at the schedule and check it out. And what I love about the Get Set Up format is that they actually do 2 weeks out. They schedule 2 weeks out. So you can commit by registering for the class up to 2 weeks. And then that kind of helps you once it's in the calendar, right? You know, you registered for a class, you're more likely to show up, right? Instead of just kind of winging it. Oh, maybe I'll work out tomorrow, or maybe I'll work out, right? Like, so having a schedule really does help. After this class, you'll receive class notes. You'll receive classes that you might be interested in. I always pick classes that are for health and wellness, but there is this class. If you're looking at the schedule, I love arts and crafts, although I don't have time to do them, but there's this class and it's glass painting, like Chihuly glass painting, very meditative, right? So I don't know, try different things. There's an opportunity to give feedback. I love your feedback, and I know your time is precious, and I thank every single body who has given me feedback. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you have time, your feedback would be greatly appreciated. Invite your friends and family to this amazing platform. You can do it. You can invite your friend in a calendar on the desktop. You can copy the link and email it to them. And you can also send it to them with your phone. help@getsetup.io is the email for you to let us know if you'd like to host an interest group, to suggest a class that you don't see on the schedule that you would like to. If for some reason you don't receive a recording of this class after, then you can go to help@getsetup.io and request it. And really importantly, if you know of an organization that aligns with the Get Set Up mission of enhancing and improving the lives of older adults, please let us know at help@getsetup.io. We're partnering with as many aligned companies, businesses as possible, so we can keep growing and offering you the best of the best, because you all deserve that. And it really does make a difference in our lives, right? It really does. Learning is so inspiring and invigorating on all levels: technology, arts and crafts, food, everything that Get Set Up offers. The classes are amazing. So, and they're free. So take advantage of everything that we have to offer here. Does anyone else have any questions? Anything you'd like to share? Well, I'm very grateful to have practiced with you. Thank you, Lester. Does anybody have any questions for Lester? He can help you register for your next class. He can answer any questions. All right. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. And hopefully I will see you soon.
Have a great weekend. See you Monday.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone. Loretta, keep it up, girl.
We are. Thank you.
See you soon. Pat, thank you so much. Thank you, Yvonne. Bye, Rosemary. Take care. I'll see you soon.